Hello students, we are studying the different statements in C, and the statements are declarative statement, input output statement, assignment statement, conditional statement, iterative statement and unconditional statement. Up to this stage we have studied declarative statement, input output statement and assignment statement. Now today we are going to study conditional statement. Now once we know how to write these statements, we will be in a position to write any C program. So it is better that we focus on these statements and write their syntaxes on the copies as I deliver my lectures. Now, conditional statements are used to check a relational expression and alter the normal sequential control flow. Based on the result of the relational expression, the control can be transferred to the statement 1 or statement 2. In the previous lecture, we studied what was called as a arithmetic expression. Arithmetic expression is an expression which uses arithmetic operators, and relational expression is an expression that uses relational operators. Relational operators are greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal to. I have talked about these operators in the previous lectures. That is, I have simply given the introduction that what are the relational operators. Now, this is a syntax of a conditional statement. Note that conditional statement is not of one type, it is of many types. The first type is basic type, that is simple if, then we have if else type, then we have if else if ladder, then we can have nested ifs, and we can have switch case. I am taking the if else statement in this lecture because we are beginning with the conditional statements and we are going to write a program how to find the largest of two numbers. I have already discussed the algorithm for that problem in the previous lectures. Now the syntax for conditional statement is that you have to use a if, that is a keyword, followed by bracket, two short brackets, and within the two short brackets you have to write a relational expression. Now after that we have got the first two curly braces and the statement 1 in that case. Then we have got the else, again else is a keyword, so here we learn two keywords, if and else, and then followed by two more curly braces, and within these two curly braces we have got a statement. Okay, that is the second statement. Now the first statement will be executed by the CPU if the relational expression is true, that is if the result of the relational expression is true, and the second statement will be executed if the result of relational expression is false. That depends on the values of the operands on which we are performing a relational expression, and if that is true, the statement 1 is executed, else if that is false, then statement 2 is executed. In case of a conditional statement, out of these two statements only one statement will be executed. Normally if the sequential flow of control would have been there, both statement 1 and statement 2 would have been executed. Since we are checking the relational expression, who is checking? The if statement is checking, and if is a conditional statement. The conditional statement checks the value of the relational expression, and if the relational expression is true, then it will execute the first part, and if that expression is a false, the result of that expression is false, then the statement second is executed. Okay, and if there are any statements after that, they will be definitely executed in a sequence. Now conditional statements are also called as decision statements. Why decision? Because we are checking whether this relation is true or false, and if this relational expression is true or if it is false, it is something like deciding for something. Suppose I want to go to the office and I don't find a bus. Normally I might need bus daily to go to the office, but if I don't find a bus, I will have to make now decision what to do next. It is something like that. If the bus is there, I will go to the office, and if the bus is not there, I will decide for something else or some other means of the transport. So whenever we have to make decisions in the life, Same way in the programming, we might need to take decisions, and those decisions may have results as true, or they may have results as false, and based on whether they are true, we execute a set of statements, and if they are false, we execute another set of statements. Let us take an example and it will be clear. Now, here my relational expression is a greater than b. This is the if, this is the syntax part. Then it has got the first part. In the first part, there is a statement printf a is largest, and in the else part, there is a statement printf b is the largest. Now, if a is greater than b, then this statement, that is the first statement, printf a is largest, is executed, and if that is false, then the next statement, b is largest, is executed. Depends on the value of a and b. You may get a message that a is largest or b is largest, but you will never get both the messages, because it is an important thing in conditional statements. Either the first part is executed or second part is executed. Both the parts will never be executed, because the condition can be either true or condition can be false, or relational expression can be true or relational expression can be false. In this part, we can use a relational expression or a conditional expression. Note, conditional expression is different from the conditional statement. Conditional expression is a expression and conditional statement is a statement. In the relational expression, I am using two operands and an operator. The operator is greater than. I am asking the CPU to check if a is greater than b, and if that was true, then the first part will be executed, and if that was false, then the second part will be executed. And now, how we implement this in a program, we will see next on the what you call programming platform itself, that is Turbo Compiler. Now, I have already written some lines of code here. In this, right now I am going to write a program in which I will be using the conditional statement, and I have to use two locations, that is a and b. This is the second algorithm that we discussed in the previous lectures. That is when we are comparing the two numbers a and b, and we are inputting the two numbers from the keyboard, and then we are checking if a is larger than b or not, and accordingly we are giving the message to the user. Let me write the conditional statement. I have already written the first statement, that is required to give the message and scan the value of a from the keyboard, or input the value of a, and then I have given the second message where I am giving the message to the user that he should enter the value of b. Then I am scanning the value of b and storing the value that I type in the keyboard in the b. Now I will write a conditional statement. It is like this: if, according to the syntax, first should be if, then we have to give the two short braces. Within that there is a relational expression, then two more braces followed by else, and two more braces. So if else has four braces, that is two braces immediately after the if and two braces immediately after the else. Now this last brace is the brace of the main. As I have shown earlier, main has got two braces. Now I write a relational expression that I am checking a is greater than b. This depends on the value which has been entered from the keyboard. Initially both a and b will be having junk values, but once you scan the value of the a and scan the value of b, you will get two different values for a and b. Depends on what values we type from the keyboard, and based on those values you will check if a will be greater than b or not. And if a is greater than b, what should we do? We give the message to the user that a is the largest number. Next, we give the message to the user that if b is the largest number. Now let us understand the logic of the program. The logic of the program says that first we create two locations A and B because we are not producing a result here, so we are not using the answer location. Then next we are clearing the screen. After that we are printing the message that enter the value of A. Then we are scanning the value of A. Then again we are printing the message enter the value of B. Then we are inputting the value of B, and then we are checking the condition. We cannot check condition before inputting the values of A and B because we don't want to perform the operations on junk values. We want to perform the operation on the values that are being entered by user. Now after that, then I'll place get. Okay, let me now compile the program. Don't worry about the warnings, you should not have the errors. Now after that I run the program. Once I run the program, it is asking me for the first value, that is A is 12. Then I enter the value B as 45. Now the condition will be false, depends on the input, and the input here is 12 and 45. If you remember, first I am first scanning the value of A, then I am scanning the value, that is inputting the value of A, and then I am scanning the value of B, that is inputting the value of B. Then I am checking if A is greater than B. But based on these two values, right now A is not greater than B. So which message should come? The second message, that is in the else part of the if. Let us see. Alt F5. So my program is giving the right message that B is the largest number because we have entered B as 45. Now let us again run the program to understand it. I enter A as 23 and I enter B as 1. Alt F5. Now in this case A is the largest number. Why? Because value of A is 23 and value of B is 1. So depending on the inputs that you give to this program, it will produce the messages, and the message should be which is the largest number. If you remember, I told you one of the limitations of this program and logic is that we can of course modify that logic. I have kept it deliberately that if we enter two numbers as equal numbers, what will happen? Again run the program, you'll see we get a wrong message. When A has 12 and we enter B as 12, Alt F5, we are getting B as the largest number, which is not right because we should have got the message A is equal to B or B is equal to A. Now let us study the programming logic. Where is the flaw? The flaw is here because once you enter the value of A and you enter the value of B, you are checking if A is greater than B. You are not checking anywhere how whether A is equal to B or not, and that is the flaw. Why I have not done? Because as I told you, there are different types of conditional statements. This is to explain the here I am using the simple if else statement to explain one type of the conditional statement. We will be using other type of the conditional statement to do that, and that will be called as if else if ladder. Now let us see why this error was produced. Once we enter A and B as equal numbers, note this condition will be false because A will not be greater than B. A will be equal to B. But I told you when the condition is false, the second part is executed. That is why we are getting the message B is largest. Again, if you check the messages, B is the largest value, even though they are two equal values. So this is a flaw. But we should mention this flaw to the user and tell him that this program will only give the correct outputs when you enter two different numbers. If we enter two different numbers, this program will not have any problem. But the moment we enter the two equal numbers, this program will be having problems. It will not give the correct outputs and it will give some irrelevant message. The message should have been two numbers equal, but it will say B is the largest number. I hope this is clear now. What is the conditional statement? Now, normal sequential flow is, control flow is sequential. That is the statements are executed one after another. First the first statement is executed, then next, then third, then fourth, then fifth, then sixth, then seventh, and then conditional statement. But if you observe, in the conditional statement we have got two statements, that is the first printf and the second printf. But out of these two printfs, only one message is coming, that is only one of them is being executed, the other one is being skipped. Normally in sequence the first one should have been executed, then the second one, but we are not following the sequence. Sometimes we are executing this and sometimes we are executing this, that is CPU is executing this or this. Why? Based on the condition. So you are not going by sequence, you are breaking that sequential flow based on the relational expression, that is the results of the relational expression. This is called as non-sequential control flow, where we don't go in a sequence, where we break the sequence. Sequence means the statements should be executed one after another, but here we are breaking the sequence, so it's a non-sequential control flow. Once I'll show you how to execute the programs in the trace mode, this will be clear. I hope you have enjoyed today's lecture, and I want you to write down both these programs which I have shown, that is program to find the sum of the two numbers and the program to form the largest of the two numbers on your copies. Draw the flowchart for these, and then you might have to submit them as an assignment in the WhatsApp group that I have created. Thank you.